Hello everyone and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video I am going to show you how you can create your own podcasts, and I'm also going to show you how you can upload your podcast to a website called Podomatic. So let's start. To begin, to create your podcast and record your podcast, you will need a software which is really easy to find. The name of this software is Audacity. The only thing that you have to do is to go to Google, you have to type in Audacity, okay? And later on, you will find over here the website in which you can download the software. As you can see, here you have the link to download the software. And the good thing about this is that it is available for Windows, for Mac, or for Linux. It depends on the kind of software you use. Okay, so you just have to click over here on download and choose the version that you need. Okay, so after you download the software and install it on your computer, you will find something like this. Okay, this is the software Audacity, and this software is really easy to use. If you would like to record your own podcasts, the only thing that you have to do is to click over here on this red button to start recording your voice. Remember, remember that you have to connect your microphone before you open the software, because if you do it later on, maybe the software won't register your microphone over there. Okay, so remember to plug in your microphone before you open this window, this software. Okay, so once you have installed and everything, the only thing that you have to do to record, as I said, is to click on this red button over here. Okay, so as you can see, as I am talking, this software is going to record all the things that you mention over here on your microphone that is connected to your computer. And when you finish editing, you just have to click over here on stop. You can also click on pause if you would like to do some things more, but in the end, if you have finished, you just have to click over here on the stop button. Okay, and voila, here we have all our recording that of the words that I have just said. Okay, so as you can see, you can select some parts of the recording if you would like to. You can uh, you can erase some parts of the recording if you would like to. You can divide it. You can also add some effects over here if you would like to give some effects to your voice. We have distortion, we have echo, we have many different things. We can change the speed, the pitch, and many things with this. Another recommendation when you create your own podcast is to use some music. It is good to use some music as an intro and as an outro in order to make the podcast more attractive. How can you do this? Very simple. In this case, we are going to need MP3. Okay, so I have here on my computer some MP3 files, some music, and the only thing that you have to do is to drag in the file over here on the window, and this software automatically is going to show all the music over here. So as you can see, this part below, all this part over here is the music that I just inserted a moment ago. Now, in order to use music, the only thing that you have to do is to select some parts of the music, and later on you just have to copy with Control C, and then paste the music over there with Control V in the part that you desire. Okay, so there we go. I just inserted a little piece of the music as an intro. Another recommendation when you use intros with music is to use the option of fade in and fade out. So to do this, you just have to select the part of the music that you just inserted over here. No, let's say I'm going to select this part. And you are going to go over here to Effect, and you are going to click on the fade out option. What this option does is that the music is going to start normally, but little by little the volume is going to be decreased at a point where you are going to listen to nothing, and then later on after the intro your voice is going to start sounding like right here, no? Okay, and you can also use an outro music, so you are going to do exactly the same thing. I am going to use this part of my file of my music. I'm going to click over here, and I'm just going to paste with Control V. There we are. Okay, and there's something similar. If you would like to give it a nice effect to this outro music, you go to Effects, and in this time choose the option that says Fade In, because if we click on fade in, the music is going to start at a low volume, and little by little the music is going to raise the volume in order to sound normally after a few seconds. You can use these options at the beginning if you are not really experienced at editing audio. You can use these options especially to make it the podcast more attractive, to use some music, and to make a better and a nice podcast. So remember, in the intro part, you have to use the effect that is called fade out, and in the outro music, you have to use the effect that is called fade in. No, you can experiment with all the effects if you would like to. There are many of them. At the beginning, they can seem a little bit overwhelming, but if you try to experiment little by little, maybe you will find some more options that you would like to use or include in your recording, in your podcast. And finally, well, let's eliminate the music because we're not going to use this music anymore. So we are just going to go over here on the left and click on the X on close, and that's it. Here we have the intro over here that we just edited. Here we have the outro, no, and here in the middle we have all the voice, all the recording that we recorded with our microphone over here with this button, with the button of record, and that's it. Once you have all the audio that you desire, once you have your podcast ready, the only thing that you have to do is to click over here on File, click on Export, and export as MP3. You know, MP3 is the recommended um, type of file because almost any kind of platform accepts MP3 files. Okay, so you click on export, then later on you can give a title to your podcast. No, I'm going to write here podcast, and then you save it on your computer, and you can also add some more information if you would like to. Here you can write the artist name, the title of the track, the album, the number, year, genre, add some comments, etc. This is not necessary to do, but if you would like to include some more information, you are free to do it. And finally, we are going to click on OK. And that's it. In a few seconds, the software is going to export your MP3 to your computer, and the file is going to be saved to your computer automatically. Now, once you have finished editing your podcast here with the software with Audacity, the next thing that we are going to do is to upload our podcast to a website called Podomatic. So in order to do this, we are just going to go to Google, we are going to type in Podomatic, and here immediately you are going to find the website. So to use this website, the only thing that you have to do is to join, to create an account. In order to create an account, you have to go to the upper right part of the screen, here, join us, and over here you can join using your Facebook account if you would like to, or you can use your email in order to sign up. Okay, so once you have signed up, you will have your Podomatic account ready to use. Now, the next thing that we are going to do, after we create our account over here, is to upload our podcast. This is really, really simple. We are going to go over here to Post New, and when you click over here on Post New, you are going to find this page over here. So the first step is to select the media or the audio, no? So the only thing that you have to do here is to click on add files, and then you are going to go to your folders on your computer, and you are going to select your podcast. No, for example, here I have the podcast, well, the recording that we just created a moment ago. So you just have to double click on there, and these you have to click over here and start upload, and the website is going to upload your audio over here. The next step is to select a title. No, I'm going to write podcast again. No, this is just a test, but obviously you can give the title that you wish, and you can also add a little description to your podcast over here on this part. Okay, so later on, if you would like to, this is not mandatory, but it is nice. It is nice to use some images to make the podcast more attractive. You can select an image and you can upload an image that goes with your podcast. The only thing that you have to do here is to click on over here and choose file. No, here, for example, here I have an audio, an image, sorry, and once you select your image, you click on upload. And as you can see, here I have my image over here, and the next step is to select the kind of quality that you would like to use in your podcast. You can select talk or music. You can't select original because you need a pro account required. You need to pay for your pro account. But if you have a free account, you can click on talk or on music, and then finally the last step is to publish the episode. As you can see over here, number 5, we have publish. So you click over here, and the website is going to upload your podcast to your account. After you create the podcast will be available for everyone to listen to, and that's it, guys. That's all the thing that you have to do. So remember, uh, let's take a look at that again. If you want to create your podcast, if you want to record your podcast, the only thing that you have to do is one, connect your microphone before you open Audacity. Later on, after you open the software, the only thing that you have to do is to click over here on record and start recording your podcast. No, if you would like to add some music, you can drag in. You can drag in some MP3 files as I showed you before. Let's do it again. There we are. Here I have the music, and remember, if you would like to select just a little piece of music, a little part of your music, you just have to select it over here, click Ctrl C, and then Control V, and then your music will be over there. And remember that if you would like to give some nice effect to the intro, you need to use the option that says fade out and something similar. If you would like to use some music as an outro, you insert it the same way that we did before, and then you give it the effect that says fade in, uh-huh, fade in, okay, and then your podcast will sound extremely nice after that. No, we eliminate the music and we are left in the end with only our podcast over here edited. Remember to upload, to export, sorry. Remember to export your audio as an MP3. Okay, over here on export and export as MP3. And finally, after you have exported your file, your audio, you just have to go to your Podomatic account, go to post new. Over here you will find this kind of window. You have to select on number 1 the file, the audio file, the MP3 file that we exported from Podomatic, later from Audacity, sorry. Later on, you select a title for your podcast, a description about your podcast, an image. This is optional, but it looks nice if you upload an image to your podcast. And finally, you select the quality that you would like to use, and you click over here on number 5 on publish the episode. And that's it, guys. Those are the steps that you need to follow in order to create your own podcast on Audacity and in order to upload it over here to Podomatic. So remember, You have also more options, more effects over here available. So if you would like to experiment a little bit, it would be nice, no? You can have some fun and you can experiment with all the effects that this software has available for you.